Good morning students. Today we are going to virtual trip for observing the different types of soil. So students, there you have to observe the different types of soil and then you have to solve the assignment.
Soil formation is a beautiful process. It takes 100 to 1000 years for the formation of soil, and the factors involved in the formation of soil are parent rocks, climate, vegetation, animals, and microscopic organisms. Parent rocks refer to the original rocks from which the soils are formed. If the original rock is basalt, the soil formed is black soil. If the original rock is ancient crystalline metamorphic rock, the soil formed is red soil. If the original rock is laterite, the soil formed is lateritic soil. Now these rocks are subjected to weathering. It means softening and breaking down of rocks. Now this happens due to the influence of climate. And every day, due to the heat of the sun, the temperature rises and the rocks expand, and at night time the rocks contract. Now due to regular expansion and contraction of rocks, they break up into small sediments. Sometimes the rocks break down because they are in contact with water. Lime and silica in the soil reacts with water and they are extracted out of the rocks. The rocks finally become weak and they break. When the leaves from the tree complete their cycle, they fall down and decompose and finally become one with the soil. The animals excrete when they die and they too decompose and become one with the soil. The dead remains of plants and animals is known as humus. It adds to the fertility of the soil and makes it sticky. Earthworms, ants, termites, microscopic organisms mix up with the soil as they burrow, significantly affecting soil formation. And these soils are found in the river basins. The color of the alluvial soil can be grey, light brown, or yellowish. Now these soils are very rich in chemicals, like they are deficient in nitrogen and humus. And when I say humus, I refer to the dead remains of plants and animals which decompose. Alluvial soil is rich in clay, and if the clay content is more, water retaining ability of the soil is also high. They are ideal for the growth of crops like sugarcane, paddy, wheat, and other cereal and pulse crops. Due to its high fertility, regions of alluvial soils are intensively cultivated and densely populated. The country. On the basis of its age, alluvial soils is of two types and they are Khadar and Bhangar. Khadar is light in color and is composed of newer deposits, whereas Bhangar refers to the older alluvium and it is composed of lime nodules or conchod, and it has a clayey composition. Now Khadar is more fertile than Bhangar soils because new layers are deposited year after year during monsoon. Crops can be grown on old alluvium soil also, but that is after using manure. Soils in the drier areas are more alkaline and can be more productive after proper treatment and irrigation. In the upper reaches of the river valleys, the soils are coarse. Such soils are predominant in the Piedmont Plains. When I say Piedmont Plains, it refers to an area of land formed or lying at the foot of a mountain or mountain range. In the lower reaches of the river valley, the soil particles become smaller and more uniform. It is suitable for the growth of large variety of rabi as well as kharif crops, that is winter as well as the summer or we call monsoon crops. In the next one is the black soil. This soil is formed by the weathering of basalt rocks. This soil is the residual soil because it is formed at the place of its origin over the underlying rocks. It is dark in color and it is suitable for cotton cultivation. So it is also known as the Rager soil or the black cotton soil. Then it is red soil. Red soil is formed from ancient crystalline metamorphic rocks of the Peninsular Plateau. Under prolonged weathering by rainfall, these rocks break up to form these soils. These soils differ from place to place. They are red in color as they contain large amount of iron oxides. At several places, their color slightly changes as they appear brown or grey. It looks yellow when it occurs in a hydrated form. This soil is mainly found on the plateau regions of the. So if we look at the characteristics of red soil, it is porous and it has high percentage of iron oxides. It is generally shallow and its pH value range from 6.6 to 8. It is poor in nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium and organic matter. It is not fertile but responds to fertilizers. It needs irrigation supports for cultivation. It contains soluble salts in small quantities.